it automatically said that we only have 3 left. Okay. Is it just me, Isaiah? I'm used to the rotation being Erangel, Tego, Rondo, Miramar, Miramar. Yeah?
Yes, 100%,
Okay,
110%.
why, like, they've been,
I
we've
don't
been,
know. I don't
I
know.
don't, okay, cool.
I don't know.
Like,
This doesn't make sense to me.
it's not like it's wrong. I mean, it's their event. They can do whatever the heck they want. They could put Vikendi in there if they wanted to, which would be... I might call that toxic if they put Vikendi back in. But...
Honestly,
yeah,
I prefer
I'm just so
Vikendi
used
over
to it.
Rondo for comp.
Really?
I do.
That's a hot take.
I just think it plays
I
out a
don't know
little
if
better. The Bears and the Blizzards are a little annoying, but it's just this map, their terrain, and just the like
Okay,
so
that's
many
fair.
in circles you get to, and there's just zero playability.
Yeah.
Oh.
Unfortunately for Connection, there's just not much he can do. There's so many teams. And actually, speaking of which, Devil Vibes has to be careful because Beleda seems like did spot him, and he doesn't get the knock, and he took... It shows that he took damage, but doesn't even have a single damage taken.
Oh my
Yes! Let's go! Okay, all right. Every single player except for Resmi. Actually, Duel's in a good spot here, but it's Duel, so they like to play edge. Okay, all right. Let's see. This is going to be absolutely amazing. What is it, like a third of circle already outside zone? Let's take a look. All right, sorry.
And
continue.
I also think it's gonna hard shift even further west off of phase 2. I don't think it goes back east yet.
I think it ends over here. I think it ends
So?
off of this mountain somewhere.
That's a typical spot that it has ended a lot, actually. Like, I've seen a good
Oh,
few
hold up. I'm missing fights. I need to watch fights. What am I doing? I'm so sorry. I want to see the circle, but it's fine because we got some action. We have a 9, and I think he's by himself. And 55, Samcro actually did spot him out. But what? There are 3 of 55 here, and 9 is literally just by himself. I don't know where the rest of them are. Well, taking some shots over at Samcro. Will find the knock, and the push comes in. But the shotguns are too strong and too powerful for 9. And therefore, Outlaws, they're going to lose a member very early on. But 55 is going to go ahead and be able to pick it back up. And, all right, Isaiah, option 1 or option 2?
Option 2.
Option 2. Okay, we're going to talk about zone rather than the other thing I was going to be talking about. But yes, so... My brain is chaotic, man. I do apologize. Still, yeah, for some reason, I feel like it goes here, but this is great because we actually get to see so much of terrain that we just never see played in comp.
Never get to see this. Never.
And, like, they've actually done a lot of good work, especially on Rondo. There are good spots that are, like, edge of zone. And so, like, I do want to give kudos to the devs because it's just cool terrain that we just never see because circles can't really come out here. So I am excited to see how it plays out.
I hope it does keep hard shifting west more and more so we can see all of this terrain get played and used today. But are the odds that are happening probably very slim.
Yeah.
I want to see Duel here. I want to see them take position in this zone. I want to see them go send center and just like hunker down and play just as hard as they can out of the center and pick up a lot of points. Because while at the end of game 7, I know you have a more updated leaderboard because I think you said Smrzira does his own individual leaderboard.
I sent you that one, by the way.
Oh, did you? Okay, I'll have to take a look. But Duel at the end of Game 7, sitting in 14th place with 23 points. I don't know how many points they picked up last game or where they're sitting, but it's between them and 8th place. It's only 13 points. Like there is no down and out at the moment. You know, it's a very good possibility. Like you have one strong game, you're back in the running to win this. So I really hope to see they take strong positioning here, especially with how hard this circle went west. It's going to have to come back east eventually. But I'm hoping that they make a really great game out of this. As oh no, sir, your cars
you can't park
float.
there.
You can't park there, sir.
Oh,
Sir,
wow.
your name is Fisher. You're not supposed to be a fish.
Oof, you're supposed to get the fish. But I think there is some vehicles. Yeah, I mean. They'll be fine on vehicles because I'm pretty sure that there's a spawn over here as well. Yeah, so they're totally fine on vehicles. They don't really have to worry. But Duel, okay, they are actually taking some zone. And again, with this just being such a new one, I don't really know if anyone knows Prios because Sightlines, this mountain, is kind of it. Is this one one of the uber tall mountains?
It's on the shorter side. It's a nub, you know.
Yeah.
Compared to the other ones, it's just a little. It's like he's just a little guy, you know.
Bro, stop making me laugh too much. Wait, is Cater actually gonna go for the glider?
I love
Called it. I literally just saw where he was, and I called that he was going for glider. Didn't even see him in a vehicle, just saw that he was near a glider spawn. So, all right, Gooners. Oh, don't do this. Don't do it to Duel, man. Duel have been having a hard enough day. They've had a hard enough 2 days, and Gooners crashing in onto them might just that would be a morale killer. Flat out.
That would be like, but and I hate to be the hard critique here, but I feel like they did it to themselves. Like they took a really long time to get out of Jiao 10 and just start scouting into these prio compounds. So it's like, look, Lobes is just now getting into this compound as you have Gooners rotating on through. If I'm them, I'm gonna start taking shots and showing presence, so that way Gooners doesn't just full into me.
Yeah, I think that's a fair point. Wooly might come and join them before they do that, but the rotates from everyone else. Again, TTG with that glider and Punage probably going to go for his own just because the glider spawn is right here. Yeah, Team Fate taking the spot that I thought. I mean, it's not a bad spot. You can protect cars and tires kind of like in this little dip, but you definitely need to have like at least two players here is what I would say. But it is a nice
100%.
little spot that you can get some sightlines on things. But Duel taking some shots over at Gooners like you were saying. And now, you want to go on to the other point that I was actually going to talk about? Or do you think we should... Ooh, hold up. We got a bridge camp because Team Rayzav has spotted out, run it down, and you guys have to get a knock. You cannot...
Well, that was disappointing.
All right, moving on.
All right, so
what I was going to say was the changes to comp and esports. One of the things someone else said, oh man, they said another thing that I forgot. But I think that EMT kit is going to be something that every single team probably has inside of a vehicle for quick reses.
Oh, 100%.
Because it's the quick res as well as the med is insane. Honestly, the med getting off faster is the most important part. So if you have like a AUG and a med kit, you can get that med off in like 4 seconds and then immediately just be ready to fight, which just negates Stills in, landing a couple of good shots onto Blunt, but he's not going to get knocked. Great shot is going to be all by his lonesome in the HUD, and there's no way that anyone else can get back to him. But 55 and Mira close to each other. Mira going to go ahead and take some shots. Sam Crow has to be careful.
Sam Crow looked like, yeah, he looked like he was about to opt in for a drive-by, but being as his team, it was a little bit more ahead of him inside of Yulin, taking a 1v4 drive-by, probably not the smartest pick, so he decided to swap back to keep driving forward, which is good on him. But going back to that, 110%. Like, in a scrim set, I ran M249 with a 6X and a red dot and an EMT gear. And my team got knocked, and I just threw down smokes, rezzed them all, and healed them all within like 15 seconds, and then we just reset and won the fight from there.
Yeah, the timing difference is going to be massive.
100%. And then on top of that, you have BDRMs in play now, so having that M249, it just makes it all the easier to shred them when they start trying to come at you from like long range or for a side. I did see a BDRM silent run overkill, which was absolutely fantastic.
Oh my gosh, those are hilarious, and I love getting them, but I hate it when it's done to me. I mean, it's never been done to me. No, I will never go down to something like that. But wait, Punich didn't pick up... Okay, I was going to say, why is he on... I thought he picked up a glider. So he did pick up his glider. And now he is starting to scout for his boys. But Team Fate, they got to be careful because behind them, you have the Outlaws making their presence known. And I don't know if they know about Team Fate. Well, now they do. They definitely do. The shot's coming out.
Now they have the information.
Yeah. Fate's just like, hey, this is ours. Please back off. We don't like this. We want to be alone.
But also another point, taking dead center compound as a 4-man is now not as viable of an option because you have the C4 in play.
Yep. Because you could still put it on vehicles. It just has to be.
You can.
Like a straight part of the vehicle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you have to place it down. It's like you have to install it pretty much. I was right. It goes west.
You
Let's
were
go,
not
baby.
wrong. Oh, come on. Don't do this to me. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be insane. I see that someone in chat said that he needs to go to bed. Bro, you do not want to go to bed until you finish watching this Rondo game at the very least, but then you guys want to watch all of them because it is LCQs. So top 8 make it into the grand finals, and this is pure and absolute madness, and we are here for it. We love it. And what the hell is gonna happen?
Look at, it's like a little ant colony swarming a piece of bread. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Well, OP gonna go ahead and crash in and run it down. They are starting to fly down. And Gump gonna go ahead and actually get the knock on the flanker. I didn't realize that they moved off of it. Wait a second. Duel and Gooners, they're gonna go ahead and start driving by each other. Is Duel kinda actually going straight to where OP was. K-Mine not gonna have the easiest of crashes. And Firearrow gonna go ahead and knock Mad and immediately flush him out as well. But now he has to be careful because they keep on going down. The Gooners strat is not going too well for them. Well, the Gooners, they have it 2 up as a Duel. They're going to go ahead and lose IQ to OP as from the other side, Run It Down did fly in. And this is absolutely crazy. Oh, let's go. Wait, 55 is also coming in. And oh no. Well, Lobes, wait, he's not going to take shots? He has to take shots. All right, well, the FPS on my PC is dying because, you know, that's how this works at this point. But I don't think that Wooly can get rezzed either. And Silzen and the rest of OP just taking names.
This is just absolutely insane. Like, Gooners and the timing versus Duel, you know that Gooners wanted to take that edge of Fongtun there. But as K-Mine was the first one to enter into there, he took it first, so they had to opt to crash into a more central part of Fongtun. Unfortunately, that is where OP was set up. Now, they did only lose 1. On that crash, with all that chaos, that's not terrible. You know, only losing 1 on that crash, and you got real good real estate inside of this Fongtun circle. But what are the odds? It just keeps shifting west.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Okay, so we have 6 teams, my dude. 6 teams in one city. And who knows, we might get more to that number pretty gosh darn soon. Well, there's a minute before circle closes 55. It still actually have all 4 up, which is crazy to say. And Duel just smoked out, just waiting, and Vapescare are going to go ahead and find the knock on to Zur. And the flush and actually Run It Down. They just start to switch the script, man. All right, well, they're going to go ahead and find a knock on to D, and now it is just a Vapescare who is left. And they're pushing as a 4-man, so he has to be careful. You can see them on the other side starting to run it in. He's trying to smoke it out. They know exactly where he is. He's going to find 1 knock, but he can't find the second. And Run It Down and go ahead and collect that point. And for some reason, I thought Circle moved, but I'm going crazy. Whew.
Just absolute sheer anarchy. So many teams sitting inside of... What? Oh.
I hear the glider. There we go.
It's Empire.
It's actually both. No. Yeah. I was going to say, you're right.
Dogfight!
I don't think they'll dogfight, honestly.
No, they're not. They're not. But it is going to center up. It's going to center up on top of Fongtun. A lot of these teams still sitting in here. If I'm any of these edge teams, honestly, with seeing how many teams are fighting inside of Fongtun, I'm just going to let them fight it out.
Right?
Secure myself some placement, secure myself some positioning, do what you can to play edge, and just wait to see who comes out of the Fongtun fight untouched. Or the victor, I should say. Because just trying to come inside of this is not going to be very easy for any of these teams at this point with how many teams are already set up. Unfortunate for 5-5.
But that's the problem, is because there's a decent chance that it actually goes back in. But Team Fate is going to find wait, Double Vibes is just all by himself now. Empire driving on by, and who got the knock on to Hater? I didn't even see that. Well, Team
I think
Breno, so never mind, going to go ahead and finish out that fight.
Good little flush pickup from them. Empire's starting to take some knocks as well as they try to crash into the warehouse side of Fongtun. So many teams still sitting here. Luminosity getting into a fight with 8 or no, that
Team Fate. They finished the fight. Yep.
They finished that fight. Okay. But Luminosity, I like Luminosity. Honestly, I like their position the most here, just because I feel like it's going to shift out of Fongtun to come back north, maybe a little bit on the more of the northwestern side towards where Outlaws is. I don't think this is going to be a Fongtun finish. So I'm really enjoying where LG is sitting.
Yeah, If I were IGL, I would agree with you, but also the fear of it going to Fongtung and not being in Fongtung is actually terrifying. So I can understand why teams are in here.
100%. But if you're LG and you're sitting on the northern side, if they can control that northeastern side of circle,
how many shots did he hit the bar?
all of them, every single one.
Oh my gosh. You know, but respect. I'm not trying to be mean, but
yeah,
it was just kind of funny.
But like you see, there's that bowl that LG does have to the south of them from their position that they can play into late if it does go further into Fongtung. So it's not like they, all of their eggs are gone if they don't get a northern shift. Like they can play that bowl right there, that little ridge in between the two hills. Yeah, they can play into that late. They have to play into it late. They can't take it early, otherwise they're just gonna get picked apart. Yeah. But LG being who they are, they know that. So.
Yep. Well, circle closing in 40 seconds. We'll see where it goes. And actually, Team Razev has to be careful. I do like the spot by the rock. It does provide them with some much-needed cover because there's so much going on right now, and it feels like no one has any safety. But, ooh, VHZ actually...
Mira has. Oh, my gosh.
That's a pretty good split. I like it. Dude, it's not even registering how far away they are. Oh, Psycho.
What's happening right now?
I thought he was actually...
Oh, I thought he was
going to drown.
Oh.
Yeah, same.
Oh, he's getting bonked. He's getting bonked.
Wait, Slab. Wait. PD. What?
What?
DC. Dude, this is like the second or third time that
no.
Slabby's DC'd.
Wait, no. Pick him up and put him in the car. What are you doing?
Wait, did he not?
No.
Well, I think it might be too late. Yeah, he just needs the meds at this point. Well, it does shift out. Duel is going to be on the edge, and that's the best for them, but they only have 2 up, so they need to be able to take some amazing fights. And LG, you were saying that this is the kind of this is the best case scenario for them, but they don't really need the help.
I called it. It's going to go north up towards Outlaws, towards their compound, and Outlaws could not be happier right now with that shift. Because now, as these teams start to rotate out, or they try to take extends into these fights with the teams inside of Fongtung, I don't know if their sight lines are the greatest, but they can start taking some pop shots and start stealing knocks and flushes and whatnot.
Yep. Well, Empire, I don't think they really have any vehicles because I think the tires got shot out. But Glock, after killing his own teammate because there was nothing else to do, he was bored. Let's be real. That's why he killed him. He was bored. Well, Razev gonna go ahead and take some shots onto Mira. Martin almost goes down. Laucha actually gonna find the knock on to fake Zin. There's LP, VHZ, and Fana. That's it. Fana? Fauna? Fana?
I think it's Fana.
Fana? Yeah, Fana sounds right. Ooh, but run it down. They're gonna go ahead and peek on over the hill. And Veronica, he has been the man for run it down. And he is going to continue his destructive capabilities on to the rest of the lobby. I'm curious to see how well he does. But yeah, ever since I've seen Veronica and Scrims, he's so good, dude.
Veronica is just insane.
Because I think he's EU, isn't he? Like he's playing here from EU.
I think he is, yeah.
But massive respect. He is such a good player. Oni, he does have a Lynx. Interesting.
Never mind making a very just blind full send. I don't think they were able to. I mean, maybe they have the information that PD is sitting over here and they're going for a fight onto them. But they need to be very careful about how they overextend on the top of this hill. They have to fight to the right of this hill. Otherwise, LG is just going to be able to just rain hellfire down on them from the top of that hill.
Well, the Molly or the lethal not actually going to do anything in Razev, and now they're going to go ahead and push basically onto 55. You know what? He's parking the car nicely, making sure it's within the lines, as his driving instructor taught him how to do. So respect that he's actually, doing what he needs to. Wait a second. There are two Lynxes in play, because Spectro from behind found Craze and knocked him, or found him and flushed him, I should say. So that, oh my gosh! Well, now the crash is coming in from Mira onto Razev, and well, I guess it's good that he kind of left. Because now the only one left. Wait, where's the last one? Am I blind? Where's Fisher? Okay, so Fisher did move. I was gonna say.
Yeah, he dropped them off and said, "All right, get out, my children. Mommy's gotta leave now."
That's horrible. Circle shifts away. Outlaws again in a prime spot, my dude.
Jeez. Oh my gosh, they just keep getting fed.
Look at this. This is now an ant colony, bro.
Yep. This is going to be rough for any of these teams sitting inside of Fongtoon to try to make it out. Duel in the best position within Fongtoon to hold people out. But Mira definitely...
Wait. Oh, he doesn't even know. Fisher gonna go ahead and find him, takes him down. Well, Tony is found eventually by Fake Zin, as now all of the teams trying to make their push. And Gunner's gonna find a knock on the Lobe. Shinboy, though, has a Panzerfaust. Lushy taking some shots. No! He's gonna explode. Do not kill him. That would be hilarious and also horrible at the same time. Well, the Panzer not gonna do any work. Michael finds one on the Tastu, but he gets traded.
Oh
Shinboy
boy,
now the last one alive.
Empire. Oh no,
it is
what started
not.
off as such a good push with the Panzer. He wasted it blowing up the vehicle, but he has a nice little peek on the Plushie as he's trying to go for a wide swing around the half wall. Phase 5 blue, though, it's starting to chunk. It's not going to be too good if Shinboy can't get out of here and make something happen. Does secure himself a single point, but now they have to worry about OP as Run It Down is going to get flushed and found out from Silzin, leaving just Shinboy, the last member up of Empire. Yep, he's going to go for the meds, try to see if he can't just chunk this out a bit, but I do think he waited just a little too long. I think he might go down to blue here.
Well, Fisher, he's the last one up for Rezev. And I guess he's trying to help him out, but wait, what are you? Oh, you're okay.
Denying to PD is kind of, or to Mira is kind of weird considering. Wait, where's Mira sitting actually? That's actually a good point. Wait a minute.
I think Mira's pretty good. I would say they're like,
Mira
what, 7,
at the end of
6?
game 7. Oh, I think from Twire at the end of game 7, they're sitting in 10th place. So
10th.
But
well, that's further back than I expected. But all right, well, Silzin went ahead and found Shinboy. K-Mind, he has the hearts and hopes of an entire people on him, but trying to buy time as Gunners have to deal with the rest of everyone who was in Fongtun. And I think Break Shot is still inside. Well, he's going to go ahead and get knocked to Pippa. Mira over peaks, and Bunt going to go down. Now it is just Icy Flex. And now, dude, this is absolutely crazy. Icy does have a Panzerfaust, which is exactly you want to see if you're anyone except whoever's going to get hit by it. Oh, wasted.
I think he assumed that they pushed down on top of him, but they did not. OP still sitting in the blue. Phase 5, closing on to phase 6. About to start chunking really bad for them if they can't get inside of this zone. Icy gonna have to be very careful. PD in the middle of all this anarchy is gonna go down. K-Mine, Duel, finding himself in a very good spot here. He's inside the next zone. All he has to do is wait and play for these last 3 teams fighting that are inside of the blue / edge of blue. Icy Flex, don't get crushed. Don't get crushed. All right, good. He did not get crushed. That would have been absolutely insane. Nice little bait play from Mira using the vehicle to rotate on out.
Oh, but it was Gats.
He manages to get the knock, and Fakesin's going to find the last member of Gunners. Icy Flex is going to go down in 6th place for his team. Mira, they're going to be able to get the res onto LFP1. Fakesin going to be able to go to regroup with his team. Silzin.
31 bandages.
31 bandies, and using his last first aid at the moment, unless he can pick up more. Outlaws managing to find themselves 4 kills throughout all of this, just peppering and picking off knocks and flushes from a distance. Find themselves in the best position here. And honestly, I think this is just going to keep pushing in more and more towards them.
Yeah.
Could not be favored more in a zone at this moment.
Yep, I agree. K-Mind, he is on a clock. He is just trying to survive as long as he can comparatively to everyone else. Actually, how's his vehicle doing? I think he's probably lost a couple tires. He actually hasn't lost any tires, but it is not going to be enough because LG has decided that they want to take him down and out, and they do. They take over his position. And Duel go down in 5th, which is, it's points, but it's not what they need. They still need big games. So now they only have 3 to deal with, and it's a tough ask, to say the least.
It is a tough ask, but no one's tracking Silzin. Everyone's forgotten about OP sitting inside of Fongtun. He's just moving on down the side of the road, inside of the dip, and Mira are none the wiser at the moment. If he can sneak up on them without them noticing him, that would be absolutely huge for them.
Sorry, you said schmoozin'?
He's schmoovin'.
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 All right,
Yes, sir.
well, it looks like he will make it inside circle. And I was about to say LG don't know about him, but Vox, he knew about him. And now Luminosity are up to 5 kills. Mira, they have 3 players to Fakes in all by his lonesome. And LG, they're just trying to be the death ball that they know they can be, and Outlaws trying to pick up whatever points they can find. A great nade from Bizzler. Finds the knock on the fake Zin, and that should be a good flush. It will be. And Fana and LFP trying to make their move, and could they kind of make something happen? No, okay. I was going to say, can they make something happen if they crash onto Outliers? But Fana, he's trying to take the spot, and what? Okay, I guess that was VZ's vehicle.
That he got knocked in. Yeah.
Fana, he's on to legitimately 1 HP.
Oh my gosh.
Outlaws actually picking up LFP, which is not too bad for them, but LG, they're just mostly worried about the overpeak, I think. Yep. Vox going to go ahead, peek on over, and now it is just a 4v3. LG continuing to oppress, and LCQs, they've been running away with it, man. They have what? If they win this one, I think it'll be 4 wins in 8 games? 9 games?
And that's exactly what I love to see from my boys. I want to see them do really well. I want to see them in finals, and I want to see them absolutely pop off and make it to the EWC LAN. That would make my day. Like LG, Falcons, and Team Liquid all sitting inside of. Yeah, that would make my year.
What about Gooners though? I thought you wanted Gooners to make it in. Well, the funny thing for you is that Falcons are invited directly, so you can't actually have Gooners, Liquid, and Luminosity make it in.
That's true.
So you were lucky that I found that out for you. Falcons are direct. So Falcons don't even play finals. Falcons are directly invited.
They're invited straight to it.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's top 3 from Grand Finals.
Is it? All right. I thought it was top 2.
That's what I was
fantastic. Yeah. All right. So Gooners in there as well. I want to see LG, Liquid, and Gooners.
Well, Voxy is going to go down. Yakamazi holding the line incredibly well, but Bizzler now having to figure out how to make this work out. And Yaka, he is by himself over here. He might actually be able to get the res.
He might be able to get some resets going on.
Snakers needs to get a knock, and he does. That's a great knock to buy them time.
If you're Outlaws in this position, this is not what you want to see. You don't want them to get a foothold inside of your compound, and you definitely don't want them to be able to get a little bit of a reset. Because now it's a 3v2, and you are just kind of stuck inside of your buildings. One of them across the street, so now it's a 2v1 on Yaka, and Curvy is alone on the other side of the compound, which Snakers has full info on.
Well,
very rough. Blue zone nade, double blue zone nades. Yep. Oh, Yaka's gonna have to figure something out. He's gonna have to find a little sliver of.
Fine. Not if he does that. Never mind. No, he's dead.
Nope. He's full dead here.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think he knew that it was 2, but Snakers providing or proving to be the vital anchor point that Luminosity need, as now it is just Curvy who's left alive, and he's trying to go for a peak battle onto Snakers, which it's Snakers.
No, you don't ego this, sir. You don't ego this. Okay, thank you.
To be fair, it's a 3v1. What do you want him to do?
That's true.
He's got to take a chance. Take a chance on me. Wait, what?
Wait,
it's a song.
Oh, is it?
By ABBA. Take a chance on? No, okay, sorry. I'm not gonna sing on stream. Bizzler though and Fox should probably push on over. That's what I feel like they're gonna do. You know?
Yeah, they should. You just have Snakers anchor from that position he's sitting in. Zone is pushing him in though, so he's gonna have to. They're gonna have to make something work quick. Otherwise, Snakers gonna find himself deep inside the blue. Snakers work a headshot. There it is. It's gonna take Curvy down. Outlaw's gonna take a second place. Not bad for them considering they just kind of sat in their compound the whole game and got fed. Luminosity Gaming 10 kills. First place, back-to-back Denny's, back-to-back 10-point kills, 10 kills, 20-point games.
You found
Absolutely
that too.
Insane for them.
I was about to say, I'm getting some deja vu here. But yeah, Luminosity, 10 kills, 20 points total. And now they're 92 points, I want to say. But we're going to see how that affects the leaderboard. But